Today's grocery market share release covers the 4 weeks and the 12 weeks to the 17th of March 2024. Growth over those latest 4 weeks is 4.6%, slightly slower than in February, which is mostly thanks to the rate of grocery inflation coming down again. The earlier Easter this year has meant purchasing of Easter eggs has been brought forward, meaning sales, fairly obviously, are running well ahead of this time last year. Interestingly, it is Wales and the north of England that lead the way in seasonal chocolate buying. You would expect families with children to make up the bulk of Easter egg sales, and they do. But as a group, they are very closely followed by retired households, though we have yet to determine if these older shoppers are buying for grandkids or keeping the chocolate for themselves. Inflation coming down is welcome news, but the benefit is not yet being felt by everyone. Our pressure group survey shows nearly a quarter of people see themselves as financially struggling, and that number has not improved since November. For those under pressure, there is a much greater focus on saving money while grocery shopping, and specifically through promotions, plus using loyalty cards and vouchers. Promotional spending, while not at Christmas levels, is considerably higher than a year ago, with nearly all of the increases being through price cuts rather than any multi-buy deals. We have expected brands to get ahead of own label this year, and the gap has opened up slightly this month as the focus turns to those deals on branded items. Premium own label, though, is not going away, with its fastest growth in nearly 3 years. The continued strong performance of the posh retailer ranges reflects their dual positioning of being both a trade-up and a trade-down option, and, of course, more retailer shelf space. The online market, as a channel, is now gaining share, having recovered from the post-pandemic blues, and leading the way are Ocado. They were the only retailer, other than Waitrose this month, to increase the number of shoppers year on year. A quick visit to the Ocado website shows how keen they are to attract new customers, which is backed up by our data with a much higher level of voucher activity than other retailers being evident. Lidl, once again, were the fastest growing physical grocer, and as a result gained another substantial piece of market share. The same amount of market share was also won by both Sainsbury's and Tesco, showing traditional retailers are still fighting hard against the discounters. For Morrisons, growth is a little bit further back, but they have now been growing sales every month since March last year, and so this data represents the first period of growth on growth. Welcome news for their new CEO. Visit our website to see current and historical market shares, or subscribe on Spotify to our Decoding the Shopper podcast for a more detailed look at shopping behaviours. Join us next time to see how Easter sales finally ended up, and hopefully some better weather, isn't that a beautiful thought, putting a spring into both shoppers and retailers' steps.